Hey friends, we're glad you tuned in to this episode of Beards and Bitcoins, a crypto podcast for the man's man, and all you beard-loving ladies. In this vast kingdom of nerdy incels, two men stand out as different from the crowd. BitBoy and J-Chains were both voted least nerdy in high school, and most likely to have a better than mediocre podcast. Join them each week as they discuss all the hottest topics in cryptocurrency, as well as the fan favorite segment, Manspreading. So make sure to hit subscribe and turn on those downloads. Here are the dudes, Ben and Justin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beards and Bitcoins, a crypto podcast for the man's man and the ladies who love them. I'm your co-host, BitBoy Crypto. Today, joined as always by my compadre, my road dog, J-Chains. What is going on?
What's up? What up? What up? How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Hey, we both been road dogging it.
Oh man, I can't wait until we get to that segment of the show because it's been a fun couple of weeks for me. I know that you was on the road too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and we're definitely going to talk about that today in Manspreading. But tell them what else we got going on the show today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So for news break, I think it's appropriate that we're going to talk about the launch of the China blockchain network, and it kind of how it affected the price of Link and some of the action and activating some nodes. On token time, baby, it is alt season, boys and girls. So let's start doing some research and look into this Dogecoin, because you're going to want to look into it. Don't just buy it. Make sure you do your research. And on Manspreading, like BitBoy said, we are going to be talking about our recent vacations, because it was 4th of July weekend. And what do you do in America? You go on vacation.
That's it. Absolutely.
Or at least you celebrate, whatever.
Yeah, can't wait to get into what we did for the 4th. But first, let's make sure we give a little shout out here to our sponsor, Monarch Token, because you guys may not know, but the Beards and Bitcoins Crypto Podcast is brought to you by Monarch Wallet. Rule your own financial kingdom from the palm of your hand.
That is right, Ben. The team at Monarch is working hard to bring you the one app to access all of the best crypto services. And these guys believe in delivering tech, not hype.
That's right. With the universal, decentralized Monarch Wallet, you can buy, store, spend, and earn crypto. With Monarch Pay, you can set up and accept recurring crypto payments.
That's very nice. So if you need more information or you want to check it out a little bit more and get involved, go to monarchwallet.com, or you can check out monarchtoken.io today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and kick it off with News Break. News Break. All right, guys. So today we got a very interesting story coming to you guys about Link, the blockchain service network, and why it could be sending Link even more to the moon than it already is. Now, also, guys, I do want to tell you that this segment, Newsbreak, is brought to you by Best Change. We'll be telling you guys about our sponsor of Newsbreak at the end of this segment. But Jay, tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure, if you're not familiar with the blockchain network in China, we'll get into that a little bit. But one of the things I want to talk about, and we know that there's a lot of Linksters around, the stinky Linkies, Link Marines. The really big thing that happened with China launching the blockchain network is that it activated 135 nodes that are integrated with ChainLink's price oracles. I know that you know a lot about the BSN and why this is all important, and I think that we should get into it. But I just want to, as kind of we get into this industry and things start changing, and we all know that Link is pretty much the bridge from the real world to the crypto world, right? So to see things start to get activated, I know it gets a lot of people excited, but we're not here to talk about Link. We're here to talk about the blockchain network.
Yeah, so the blockchain service network, also known as the BSN, and this is where we get a little tricky waters with being an American in cryptocurrency, because what the BSN is, it is a consortium of Chinese businesses that are trying to, make blockchain more popular in China. So you have a lot of very important apps and businesses in China that, are focused on pushing for that blockchain adoption. But as an American, it's kind of weird because, I'm invested in, these Chinese projects, and, if China's really moving forward with this blockchain services network, is that really good for, our economy in the United States? And it kind of puts us in a weird spot of wanting China to win, because you want your bags to pump, you want to make money, you want your investments to do well. I know a lot of these Chinese people that are involved with, specifically IOST, who's very heavily involved in the BSN. So like I know these people. It's not like we're talking about faceless, like military soldiers or something in China. I mean, these are people that, I have some relationships with. But the BSN is a very big, powerful thing in China right now. It's going to only continue to get bigger.
So do you think, so let me ask you a question then. Do you think if this is a success and you see it kind of really scale up, that would hurt the U.S. economy?
Well, I think we're basically in a new space race. Funny enough, I actually am in a documentary this weekend or in a couple of weeks maybe talking about this. I mean, I feel like blockchain is the space race between the United States and China right now, and when our economies are getting so close to one another, it's kind of like, one of these two countries, one of these two superpowers is going to prevail as the company that gets, or the country that gets the most benefit from blockchain. And right now it looks like it's going to be China, because we're getting held up by regulation and they're working with the BSN to kind of push that forward. But yeah, if China whoops us in blockchain and cryptocurrency blows up like we all think it's going to, that puts our country in a pretty interesting spot where they'll definitely be able to catch our economy.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to even think about, taxation and stuff too. I mean, I think with the regulation and taxation and how they're trying to do that here, capital is just going to leave. I mean,
Absolutely.
United States investors, it's just no one's going to play that game. We know plenty of people that just don't really want to be interested in all these crazy tax issues for whatever. I mean, it's just annoying. And we all know that it's a frustration for all of us. And, man, this in my opinion, man, like this is not something that should be taxable, right? Like this was created to be, free of the government.
Yeah. Well, that's what it started out as, but that's not what it is now.
That's not where we're at. I know that in order to get mass adoption,
you got to take the trade-off.
You got to
take the trade-off. You got to say like, okay, well, if we were to go back to the stage where Bitcoin was just, like a libertarian way of, not paying taxes and being able to make stands and things like that, well, then the market cap wouldn't be billions of dollars. It would make it worth more money and give us an opportunity to make money. So you got to take the trade-off. Like if people want to go back to the pure decentralized, like the ideals of cryptocurrency, then, I mean, that's cool, but you got to use it like money, not like you're going to, make wealth off of it like we look at it now.
That's a good point. I mean, there are so many arguments for every different side and what's idealistic and what's practical. You're right. It requires some trade-offs, and I just don't want the tax man coming after anybody.
I like to live in reality. That's where I like to live. People may not be able to tell it by my thumbnails. Okay. But I like to live in reality. Like it's great to talk about, being idealistic and not paying taxes, but the reality is that's just not going to happen at this stage in the world's economy. But it could one day, maybe. But you know what? We talked a lot about China in this segment, and our next story it has a Chinese app heavily involved in it. We're going to talk about our coin of the day. So you guys definitely going to want to listen to this. Token time is going to be insane. Some big things going on behind the scenes. Can't wait to talk to you guys about. But first though, I think we do have to give a little shout out. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So remember, Newsbreak is sponsored by bestchange.com. Bestchange.com is a directory of selected, trusted, and reliable exchangers. Their website is going to show you where you can buy, sell, and exchange dozens of popular cryptocurrencies, or you can even purchase with a debit or a credit card.
That's right. Monitor is easy to use with no special knowledge or skills needed, and that's great because I've got neither. And it has an intuitive interface. Exchanging is easy as pecan pie.
Ooh, pecan pie is my favorite. And with over 2.4 million users per month and reviews that are left by actual users and customers, they're going to help you choose the right exchanger for you. So visit bestchange.com today for more information. Again, that's bestchange.com. Thank you.
Yep. Big shout out to Best Change. All right, let's move on over to token time. This is going to be one of the most interesting segments we ever had, I think.
Token time. All right, boys and girls, it's token time. And today we're going to talk about a fan favorite. I'm sure if you're a noob, you've heard of it. If you've been in the game, you absolutely know what this is. This sucker has been pumping. We're going to talk about Dogecoin.
Doji. Bring all my Dojis.
Doji.
So
Wolf, baby.
I mean, are you aware of why Dogecoin's been pumping?
Talk to me. I mean,
You don't.
I'm.
Do you know?
I know a little bit.
What do you know? Let's hear it.
I want you. No. You go.
Oh, am I exposing you right now, Jay? Are you trying to like throw this to me?
I'm throwing it to you, man. Here's the deal, and we're gonna get to this in Manspreading, but I am out of town.
Yeah.
I've been out of my research game, so I have not.
Oh, you're
been
gonna
paying
love
attention
this.
to the news. I've
That's
basically
fine.
been off crypto Twitter.
Hey, I'm done with crypto Twitter, basically. But here's the thing. Dogecoin is pumping because of TikTok.
Oh.
Yes, this is crazy. Okay. This is crazy. So now if
I
you
know
didn't
that's like your jam, bro. That's your jam.
yeah. Oh, I made a video on it last night. It's got like 300,000 views on it, doing pretty well. Yeah, you guys aren't on TikTok, or if you're on TikTok, follow me, Fact CEO. But TikTok is like facing some really tough scrutiny from the government right now. It may end up getting banned. I don't think it's going to happen, but so what happened is that basically there was a guy on TikTok, this random guy, and he posted a video explaining to people that, hey, if we all want to get rich, I found this thing called Dogecoin, and it's super cheap. It's like less than a penny, and if we get it to $1, we'll all be rich. And all these kids on TikTok are going on to Binance US, and they're buying $25 worth of Dogecoin. Since they started doing this, the price has basically doubled. And that just shows you that there's basically, nobody in crypto, And so, yeah, it's just straight TikTok, Dogecoin, pump and dump. So I made a video about it last night and tried to show people like, these are actually good coins you want to invest in: ChainLink, Ethereum, CRO, all the projects we like. And listen, I've not seen anything like this since 2017. First of all, people are correcting me. They're saying, in the comments, they're saying, it's not pronounced Dogecoin, it's pronounced Dogecoin.
Jesus. Come on.
That's the cryptocurrency IQ level of the people who are pumping this coin. They don't even know how to say it. Like, is that not the most 2017 thing you've ever seen?
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? So I did see a little something today, and it brings up a really good point that there are going to be so many people that are going to get toasted on this. And like you said, even if it's only $25, they're going to get toasted on their $25, and it's going to put a bad taste in their mouth about crypto.
No. See, no. I totally disagree with that. I understand why you would think that.
When it dumps, you don't think it will?
No. Because they've got that taste. They got that taste.
Oh yeah, the drug.
Mainlining them altcoins. They got the taste now.
It's alt season, so they're gonna see a couple double digit, and then boom.
Yeah. Hey, Dogecoin isn't gonna go to $100 or $1, whatever they're trying to get to. It's not gonna get there, or $1. It's not gonna get there. However, Dogecoin's going to pump. It's going to do well, just like all the other altcoins. And this really is coming at the best possible time because we're actually kind of on the precipice of Bitcoin rising, altcoins pumping. So it may actually work out okay for them. And I think it's going to get a lot of people super interested in cryptocurrency.
Right. There's some correlation with the price of Dogecoin and when it pops versus what Bitcoin does, right? I mean, historically, it's done it a couple times, like once or twice. Yeah.
So I just made a video about this on the channel yesterday. It's not published yet at the time of this recording, but I did make a video about this. When I said yesterday, it's actually today. I just recorded it a couple hours ago. By the time you guys are listening to this, it'll already be out on the channel. And it basically revolves around order books and the fact that since Dogecoin is only a few Satoshis, okay, that it only takes a very small move to set off an entire wave of buy and sell orders. Like a 2.5% move can set off over 100 Bitcoin of orders on Binance alone just for Dogecoin. So people use Dogecoin as a good way to like get liquidity if they want to jump out of Bitcoin. They can do it, they can set limit orders, and it just takes one Satoshi for them to be able to get, get their bag sold or whatever they're trying to do. So there is a correlation. Bitcoin or Dogecoin does pump usually before, Bitcoin does. So how much does the TikTok thing have to do with it? I think quite a bit. But also, I think it's kind of perfect timing because I think Bitcoin's getting ready to move, and I think we're seeing movement with Doge from that also.
Yeah, it started off as a meme coin, and to me, it was a joke thing, right? But it really got popular.
Still is a meme coin.
Yeah,
I
think I have 100 of them.
Yeah, so somebody on TikTok commented, and they said, yeah, this is exactly why cryptocurrency is so dumb, because a meme coin can blah blah blah. I said the U.S. dollar is the biggest meme coin on the planet. It is.
Boom.
You know,
got them.
It is. They can just go print more. At least with Dogecoin, you can't just go print an unlimited supply. You know,
that's true. That's the beauty about finite supply, man. Can't inflate it. Can't screw the people. Damn the man.
So very, very, very interesting stuff going on with Dogecoin right now. And we will let you guys know. We also today's episode, we're talking about Dogecoin, we're talking about the news. Pretty quick episode today. We're gonna be talking about Manspreading in a second, but I do want everybody to know that we actually have some huge interviews coming up in the next few weeks. We've got John McAfee and Charlie Shrem on, so you guys can look forward to a full episode next week with one of those interviews. Probably John McAfee will do first, and then Charlie Shrem the next week. So you guys definitely stay tuned for that.
And I'll be out of my nerd specs by then too.
What a freaking nerd, dude! And my kids say nerd alert now all the time. They call it nerd science. They don't like Donatello the Ninja Turtle. They're like, we don't like Donnie because he's into nerd science. Oh my gosh, you've been listening to my podcast too much.
Love it.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, let's don't forget to check out beardsandbitcoins.com. By the way, guys, you can get your 21 best Bitcoin practice guide. And if you want to talk about your token on our show, head on over to our Telegram group, t.me/beardsandbitcoins, and let us know that way. So let's go ahead and do what we like to do. The favorite part of the show. Let's be dudes. Let's manspread.
Mm-hmm.
Manspreading.
All right, today for Manspreading. Ben, you're probably back from your vacation. I actually leave from mine tomorrow. It's summer break. Everybody's still hitting the road, having fun, grilling on the grill, swimming in the beach. But you were in a different place. Love you, and I talked offline the other day. Dude, I want everyone to know how much of a good time you had, where you went. Let's hear all about it.
Yeah, so I wanted to take my kids to out west to check out some stuff out there. And we went to Mount Rushmore. We were not at the Donald Trump rally. That was the night before we were there. Just if anybody, wonders. But I did see the fireworks from afar because we got there that night. But we went out to Denver. We flew to Denver. We rented a car. Shoot, you know how I stunt, son. We rented a Jag, son. Look at that Jag SUV.
Ooh, bro, yeah. Baller.
Yeah, we were balling in that, man. We were balling in that Jaguar. So, which when I got pulled over by a cop in Wyoming for speeding, obviously, he was like, this is a rental car? This is a nice rental car. That's a different story. But anyways, okay, so we went to Denver and we drove up through Wyoming. And let me tell you, Wyoming is the most beautiful state in the whole country that I've seen. I mean, I've seen most of them. To me, gorgeous. It was just absolutely phenomenal. Like, there's so many different changes in geography there. We drove up to Devil's Tower, which is way north Wyoming, which was really cool. And we drove over to, through the Black Hills of South Dakota. We saw Mount Rushmore, saw the Crazy Horse Memorial, which is insane. The head is the size of Mount Rushmore. And
it's a beautiful thing.
It's been built. It's still getting built. It's only about 10% done. They've been working on it 70 years.
It's insane, right?
Crazy. So we did that, and then we drove over to the Badlands, which was really cool, and then we drove down through Nebraska. We saw a bunch of stuff there. And let me tell you, it just, I don't know. Like, do you think city living is for men?
No, man.
No.
That's for metro men.
That's for metrosexuals. Okay?
Yeah, man.
I'm not a metrosexual.
No, you want to be a man, and you want to chop wood and roam the pasture, climb a mountain, chop a tree down.
Be able to just be driving and see buffalo?
Dude, you know how cool it is to drive and see a buffalo? It's awesome.
Freaking sweet. I mean, we saw hundreds of them. It was unbelievable. Just on the side of the road. Like, I've never been out west like that. I've been to California and Las Vegas, but yeah, absolutely insane out there. And it made me want to get a bunch of land and maybe live off the grid.
Here we go.
Can I do that with Bitcoin?
I think that Bitcoin would give you the freedom to do that.
I think so.
I would love I'm thinking about the same thing. I live in a neighborhood. Same thing. On this vacation, we were out in the woods for a while, and where I'm staying, I'm surrounded by trees and space and no neighbors and yada yada yada. And there's something to be said about waking up in the mountains. The air is different. You just feel good.
Yeah. And it made me decide, like, we're getting ready to move or build a house or buy a house. I think we're going to I'm trying to get at least 5 acres. After going out there, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be near. I love that, being away from people and just having some property, build me a house.
I'll be back in the back 40, baby. Shooting guns and
40. Absolutely. The back 40. So it was definitely a pretty cool, trip. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to go back out west again. We want to go over towards like Yellowstone and stuff like that, but it's good to get in touch with, my home on the range side.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing better, man. I used to live in Estes Park, Colorado, and that is just a beautiful place. And, when they, oh my God, they're not deer. What are they? Elk. When the elk come down for the rut, dude, it is so cool,
man.
And
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going elk hunting this year. I have decided for sure.
Let's go.
You coming?
Let's go. I'll go with you.
Ooh, I like it. Let's do it. That'll be a good episode. We'll do it from the tree stand.
We might not get any elk that day, but we'll have a good episode.
We'll just have to do it after we get him. Before we go.
You're going to wear the war paint? Camo war paint?
Oh, yeah. I'm going full masked up.
Man, that's amazing.
Now, listen, so this week for the poll, what do we want to throw up on the poll? Best place to vacation?
Yeah, how about that? How about the best place to vacation, whether it's the mountains, the city, the ocean, or what else is there?
Staycation.
Oh.
Some people like a staycation.
Some people like a staycation. Some people don't like to leave home, and they just don't want to have to do anything.
That's right. I think Al Bundy invented the staycation on a Married with Children episode.
Do you remember that show? He was awesome.
That was the best show. I mean, that show, the rewatch value on it is very high still.
Absolutely. And I didn't see. I didn't probably understand it enough as a child, but I still laughed.
Not at all. No. But now that you're grown and you got a dog, so Married with Children with a dog, with my little Fia over there, Married with Children.
Yeah.
It gives you a different perspective. When you're an adult watching the show. Sometimes it'll come on, syndicated TV or whatever. But yeah, let's put that up on the poll, guys. And next week we got big interviews. We got big interviews coming up for weeks in a row. So you guys definitely make sure you come back next week. Check out the episode. We got our 100th episode coming up pretty soon. I think this is 98.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting up there. So
I like that. Once we hit the 100 mark, that's when we know we did it. We made it.
That's it. We can end the podcast.
Oh man.
No. We're just getting started. So, all right, guys, that's all we got for today. We will talk to you guys next week.
See you.
Thank you for listening to the Beards and Bitcoins Crypto Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you are subscribed on your favorite podcast platform. And help us spread the word by sharing your favorite Beards and Bitcoins podcast episodes on your social media. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter @BeardsBitcoins to participate in the weekly poll, chat, and share fire memes. Oh, and don't forget to visit our website, beardsandbitcoins.com, for more episodes, information, and merch today. See you next time!